Hello, hello, and welcome to the 2023 River City Cup presented by BR Disc Golf and this coverage brought to you by the patrons of Parked Pro. My name is Kristin Swirles, and I'm here with my co-host Tim Plamondon, and we are going to take you through round 2 at Hermitage Park here in Edmonton, Alberta. Hermitage was established in 2021. That's right, we just got these baskets in the ground a couple years ago, and during this season of 2023, we were in the midst of putting the tee pads in the ground. So you're going to see some tee pads done, some tee pads half done.
Yeah, we'll speak to the chaotic nature of the construction over the course of the round, but let's meet our lead card. We've got Hector Diakow. He is an out-of-towner from Duncan, BC. Last year, 12th in this event. He's on the lead card today. Look at him underneath the shelter. Maybe a sign of things to come today.
Yeah, we're checking out this afternoon round, so the weather is, you'll see. Noah Higgins from Lethbridge. Him and Hector are currently tied for the lead coming into this round, so we'll see what they can shake up today.
And we've got Bogdan. Bogdan, he's very familiar with this event. Injured last year, 39 injured, angry hippie. Really solid notes there.
And we avoided saying his last name. I think it's Szafranowicz.
Yeah, I think you're good. We got the GOAT.
The GOAT, Jeremy Gauthier, local from Edmonton, Alberta. Last year placed 10th in this event. And Jeremy just had a baby this year, so congrats, Jeremy.
This event is sponsored by BR Disc Golf, our title sponsor for this event. So thank you to BR for doing everything they do.
Oh, wow. Okay, this is hole 1. It already looks so different than it does today. I'm just seeing this for the first time. Hole 1, it's a par 3, 385 feet. So you want to follow this kind of mode fairway. It does play a little bit downhill and then up to the right.
And I think what's really important to note is that we're going to see a lot of ungroomed fairways today.
Well, not too bad. It was groomed somewhat, but it was in process. So the course is looking different to my eyes seeing this for the first time than like when we played it last week. So yeah, I mean, still looks great, but just not quite as immaculate as it looks now.
And you'll see umbrellas, you see trees rustling in the wind, you see jackets, you see general unhappiness about the weather. That should be a theme that'll continue throughout the entire day.
Yeah, this was a shotgun start. I remember we were starting on hole 18 just behind this card, and the wind was just whipping at the start of our round. So we know it's whipping for these guys. There is a pond off to the left on this hole, and so the wind often kind of comes off of that pond, and they usually experience a bit of a headwind or a left-right cross. It can be helping for this hole, but it can also make things unpredictable.
So it looked like a little bit of slightly early release and just didn't quite get the disc in the air for the turnover for Hector. I don't think he'll have too much trouble there, but it's not an ideal tee shot.
He was probably trying to keep it low because of the wind, but then you're not going to get there.
Yeah, and that's just wind right there from Noah, just taking his disc and completely throwing it to the left towards the water. There's no water where he landed, but I mean, look at it out there.
Oh, yeah.
This is not nice.
Oh, no. All right, Bogdan.
Ooh, if this stays low. Keep
working. Oh, just fading. So I think without the wind, that would have been great. That looked so nice out of the hand from Bogdan. But then, the wind got hold of it.
Yeah. And then Jeremy also, these guys are really struggling with that crosswind. It opens up on the fairway right there, and the wind comes off that little lake, so it's really hard to read it from the tee how bad the wind is downrange.
I think Jeremy had a good play there. I think he was just kind of playing it straight and safe. Oh, and like even Hector here, he's in the middle, so maybe not attacking so early in the round. Hole 1, crazy windy, get on the fairway, up and down like Hector just showed us.
Yeah, that's a smart play right now. Just get up and down. Don't get too greedy. Play conservative. Everyone's playing with the same conditions, so you just have to play really smart.
Yeah, good approaches here.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeremy's a little long.
Yeah, a little bit long. And we're doing this coverage a little bit later. We're doing it in mid-2024 here, so like Kristin kind of said, it's kind of shocking to see this course compared to what it looks like now. We've fully completed the tee pads at this point. The city is now mowing the course regularly, like the entire course, and it's overall a lot cleaner looking than it is on coverage today. It is amazing to see this where it's come compared to last year. Oh, that's a smart play by Jeremy.
Wow. So yeah, Jeremy elects to lay up for the bogey early in the round here, but I do think that's a smart play. That was likely a headwind he was facing.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And that's splash out right there. I mean, it was a good basket strike. The basket didn't help him, and the wind pulled him out of the basket.
Only one birdie on the day on hole 1 here. I think we can see why because of the weather. Any guesses, Tim, who that birdie was?
Let's go with Sean Heiderach.
No, but it was a face from round 1, Jace Barrows.
Oh, I was going to say Jace.
Yeah, he probably threw a forehand, hey?
Maybe.
Or maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe. But shout out to Jace for getting the birdie on that. That's a tough get in these conditions. Take us, we get to watch this spit out. Oh, man, that's hard to watch. You didn't do anything wrong for that one there, Noah.
No, that's all right. Definitely that hole played over par average on the day with only one birdie, so no big deal. Oh, wow, and hole 2. Okay, the grass looks so long. This fairway is so groomed now a year later. Anyway, hole 2, par 3, 249 feet. You just want to hit it straight out into the fairway and have something that is going to fade left. So hyzer shot for our right-handed backhand players. Probably one of the easier holes on the course. Even in these conditions today, I expect to see some birdies from these guys.
It'll be interesting to know what the wind's doing here because there's kind of 3 tunnels. There's an entry tunnel, there's this kind of tunnel at the back by the basket, and there's a little bit of an entry point halfway down the range. So, there's a lot of things your disc could do here.
Mm-hmm. Now, great shot by Hector. Putting it a little long in the basket, but still in the circle. That's great.
It's fine, yeah.
These trees on the left-hand side do play as an out of bounds. So that's the only big risk you don't want to do is just like fade early into those trees. So you'll notice the guys are putting it, even Bogdan, he's putting it pretty wide there. And better to be wide to the right than tight into those trees.
Watching this coverage has gotten me so excited for this year's River City Cup.
Seriously?
Because the course just looks
so different. But how about that nice concrete tee pad they're standing on? During River City Cup in 2023, we had just completed, literally days before, 9 of the now 34 tee pads. So you're going to see 9 concrete tee pads today, but there's a whole schwack more out there now.
Oh, that is such a great shot by Jeremy.
Yes, great shot. Tap in coming for him.
And there's OB in that bush there to protect those bushes, so you got to be aware of that. But yeah, that's a fantastic shot.
Oh, just high.
Good effort. Good, strong effort.
He's got to maybe come back out of the rose bushes there. Shoot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's we're gonna see some non-tee pad shots, and we're gonna see some roughness today. That's a great birdie from Bogdan.
Awesome job, Bogdan. Yeah, run it in.
Jog that in lightly.
Oh,
very nice. It's just I'm. If it feels like Kristin and I are having a moment, it's because we are. We spent so many hundreds and thousands of hours at this course last year to Oh, that is such a great putt, too, from Hector.
Yeah.
We spent so much of our time at this course last year, and I'm feeling a heavy sense of accomplishment in this moment, watching what the course was last year.
It's really cool to be watching this coverage for the first time with you all. Honestly, Tim and I didn't pre-watch it. We're watching it with new eyes like you are.
Yeah, so we're having a moment. Great comebacker by Noah there.
Yeah, with the straddle out.
Yeah. I mean, I know this is one of the holes you kind of want to get and got to get on this one, but I'm actually really surprised to see 3 birdies there just with the conditions and 2 excellent putts and then a tap in by Jeremy. So really well done. And there's a little replay of Bogdan's putt.
Yeah, great putting by all these guys so far. The hole did have 16 birdies on the day, so it did play under par. It did play as one of the easier holes on the day. Oh, look at that. Okay, hole 3, par 3, 221 feet. You just saw the mess of a mud pile. We had started digging that tee pad out and realized we weren't going to get it done because of the rain that week. So I think the guys are actually going to tee from the path right behind where the tee pad is now. There is OB, those trees we just flew on the left, they are OB, so you don't want to hyzer early or catch something early. And then if you can just put it here by the pin, 221 feet away, no problem.
There's also OB long, so you got to be careful about your angle, you got to be careful about your depth. It's really... It's a tough. It's not easy, but it is a it is one of the easier gets on this course, so you really want it. If this doesn't get caught up by those trees... Oh, he got through.
Okay, that was sneaky, and I don't know if Hector intended that, but yeah, love to get through that OB.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild seeing that tee pad like that right now. This is blowing my mind.
Oh, I remember the mud.
Oh, that's such a great shot from Bogdan. Don't hit your head on the basket when you go to pick up your disc. Oh
Seriously.
My goodness. See if the goat's got it in him.
I'm assuming this MPO card are throwing kind of like stable throwing putters or stable approach discs, like maybe zones or harps or things like that. What do you throw here, Tim?
I throw a Firebird. Sexton Firebird. This is a great angle. Just get down.
Oh, maybe a little long into that bush?
Maybe
into the rose bush?
Yeah, maybe a hair long. But no OBs, and that's really important. On a hole like this, just don't go OB.
Yeah, everyone's in bounds with the putt. Look at the lovely train in the background, too. I've actually... Oh, good effort, Jeremy. I'm sorry you were low there. I've been told a few times by out-of-towners that come to Hermitage Park, they love that train in the background. They think it makes the park so beautiful and so special.
This park is a bit of a... I'm going to use an Alberta disc golf term that describes another course, but it's a bit of a hidden gem, I think, this park. I think it's beautiful, and especially on the shoulder seasons, it's a beautiful, beautiful park. And it's so groomed now compared to what you're seeing on coverage. Oh, that is such a great putt by Noah.
Yeah, and he took the time there. He was chatting with his card mates. We were kind of talking over him, but I'm assuming he was talking about his lie and sort of, straddling out where he could put his foot in that bush. So way to take your time, Noah.
Yeah, and it's always good to check in with your card mates about footing so that nothing gets called after the fact. Just good etiquette right there. Good, smart veteran play by Noah. A little cleanup job for Jeremy.
Yeah.
And then we finally get to Bogdan.
Oh, right. Tap in, birdie. Let's go.
This is like not even tap in. This is like, yeah, don't hit your head on the basket. And then there's the train. It is a really cool shot.
Yeah.
It's a really cool scene.
Yeah, it's a beautiful park.
Yeah. Love to see it.
Oh, the replay. The parked, what did we call it? The Parked Pro rethrow?
That's what we called it. That's not what Park Pro calls it.
No, it's not. Of Bogdan's, yeah, with the snuggle up right under the basket.
Yeah,
Good
couldn't have
shot.
drawn up better. Thanks again to BR Disc Golf for being our title sponsor of this event. BR Disc Golf, great support of disc golf in all of Western Canada. Thank you for everything you do for the sport.
Oh, I love the little wayfinding arrow. Okay, so scoreboard update. Hector, with those two birdies that he started his round off, has moved into the solo lead, minus 12. And looks like making moves from the chase card, Brandon Redekop.
Very, very good. And Gatsky too. Gatsky's on that chase card. He's making moves.
Yeah, both 2 down through 4.
Yeah, it's tight up there. There's a lot of really good scores. And again, given the conditions that we're playing in right now, I mean, fantastic.
Hole 4 is a par 4. It's 482 feet. You can see on the left a grouping of trees. They don't play out of bounds, just sort of as like a natural OB. You don't want to be in them. On the right-hand side, you can see, or actually it's kind of in the center, that line that kind of divides the short grass from the long grass. Everything to the right of that, all that long grass plays as OB. So this is a really narrow fairway you need to hit.
It is a par 4, just because of the OB line the whole way, and then there is OB behind the basket. So there's a couple danger points, and I think the tee shot, you have to have a big arm to get around the corner. If you do, you could potentially give yourself a look at eagle on this hole.
Yeah, some of these big arms in the MPO field could reasonably eagle this hole. Certainly, I'm just trying to make it to the corner.
Yeah, if you get to the corner, you're fine. This could be an easy birdie, but again, there's danger to be had if you're early, or if you turn it over, there could be trouble. So let's see how Hector draws it up. That would be very early.
Yeah, too early. He's going to hit some of those trees. We'll see if he filters through. Bogdan choosing forehand here.
This is interesting. I want to see this.
I think this is like a placement play.
think you must be exactly correct.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to, probably with the weather, he doesn't want to challenge that OB. He's like, you know what, I'm going to put it towards those trees, get to the mouth of the fairway. I think that's a smart play.
Yeah, and then you can just get up and down, hopefully for a birdie. And Noah electing to tee off behind the tee pad, which is smart if you need the footing. And look at this smash. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I remember, so our card was right behind these guys, and I do remember that the tee pad was a little bit slippery on the day because of the rain. And remember, these were our first 9 tee pads, so we were still learning how to do it. So some of the tee pads on the course are grippier than others.
Yeah, it was a whole learning process to figure out how to pour concrete and how to build the frames and how to do the rebar and how to pack the gravel and what trucks to use and which volunteers we had. And shout out to our volunteers for making it happen. Like, we were in a tough way for a long time, but our community stepped up.
Yeah. Okay, so Bogdan's second shot from his sort of layup play, and I think this is great. He set himself up for a big hyzer. No issues. I mean, really, the only issue is he went a little bit long. So his comeback is going to be through the cabbage there. But
and here's the alternative: if you don't put that thing out in the open, if you're worried about the OB and you get a little inside, this is your look. This is what you're dealing with. Up,
wow, that's
and over.
so brave in this weather.
He punched through a lot. He went up and over, and I mean, he might have an opportunity to get up and down from there.
I like it. This is a good look.
Yep. Oh, he hits an early branch. We don't love that.
I think I niced him a bit there, saying he had a good drive and a good look.
Now, does he run this for the eagle? Because a 2 would go far on this course. Nope, but he'll happily take a birdie on this hole.
I feel like that was like a good 60% bid. He put it down there, gave it a little chance, but stayed safe.
Yeah, and then Jeremy just does some nice work to just get up and down there.
Yeah, too bad, Jeremy, but that's all right. You're going to get out of here with a par, and that's fine.
This is a little bit squirrely for Hector. Ooh, that wind grabbed it. Oh, no.
OB.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking that. Okay, so the path here does play OB. The wind grabbed it. Yeah, we don't like that.
Yeah, that's tough going. He got off the fairway and just never kind of recovered from it. Can he make the big putt to salvage a good score here? Oh, you know what? Just take what you can get.
How crazy this angle is, man. Yeah.
So he's going to double, hey?
He's going to double. And this is, this could be a birdie opportunity, but do you take it in this?
I think Bogdan's only given it 60%.
Ooh, I think that was more than 60.
Okay, never mind. Maybe I don't know Bogdan's game very well. I shouldn't try to critique what I don't know.
That was a good effort.
Yeah, we like that.
Par for Jeremy, birdie for Noah. Bogdan here is going to grab himself a par, which is fine.
Yeah. And that birdie from Noah is really great. It is strokes on the field because this hole did play over par on the day. And certainly Hector was not the only double bogey. So there was birdies, there was pars, bogeys, and double bogeys on hole 4.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at a 482-foot hole for these MPOs, like you feel like par 4 seems really soft. But you can see the danger you can get into, and especially in these conditions. If these conditions were better, that whole average would be a lot improved. But this is the wind and the weather is a very strong equalizer.
And I think that OB line on hole 4 is really smart. It's not in play during regular casual play, but it is for tournaments, and I think it's a really smart addition. Go ahead, Tim, tell us about hole 5.
Hole 5 is 323 feet. The path on your right is out of bounds. There is an OB line on the rough to the left of the green as well. So you have to keep it on the fairway. No tee pad right now on this hole. Of course, in present day, there is. A big hyzer gets there. You got to watch the wind. Again, that wind coming off the hillside can take your disc for a bit of a ride. But I mean, the basket's right there. This is one you want to get. If you're an MPO, you really, really want to get this hole.
I love that drone footage. I thought the drone was going to go right in the basket. Great work, Parks Pro.
Taking that hyzer route, you just got to stay over that tree and then get down. Oh, Yeah. OB.
Okay, again, so this OB is an addition for the tournament. It's not in play in casual play, and I think it's a great addition because it adds some danger for the easy, quote unquote, easy hyzer play.
Yeah, and it's tough because the real route is to go up and over the tree that's right in front of you, the big tree, but then you're risking putting the disc so high in the air and for that wind to grab it. This is the play. Is the wind going to pull it? Yes, it is, and it's going to be inbounds.
Let's go! Wow! Oh my goodness!
Really, really good ground play. You can see how that wind just took it though, and that's the fear here on this hole, especially in these conditions. Hector. Oh, that's so high, but it's coming, scorching.
It's gonna spike.
Yeah.
Oh! Sit!
Oh man.
Yes. I think that's a great play. Good job, Hector. Good comeback after the double bogey.
Yes, I would agree. Gives himself a look at a birdie or even just an easy par, whichever. Yeah, little tailwind pushed that one right down, right on line. But it's tough in these conditions. We're going to say that a lot this weekend.
Yeah.
Tough in these conditions.
But I must say, 4.5 holes in, I'm already really enjoying watching how Hermitage is playing for these guys.
Yeah, it's not... I mean, there's a lot of open shots. I think that one of the criticisms that the course receives is that, oh my goodness, that layup nearly decided to go in.
Headwind, let's go.
Yeah.
Hector's going for it.
Yeah.
Oh no, it dropped it. Maybe it's a tailwind?
It probably was a headwind and then a tailwind. It's doing that thing. But yeah, sometimes I feel like the criticism of this course is that there's a lot of open shots. Great putt by Noah to save a par.
Nice.
And some of it's founded. There's a lot of open shots, but I think like especially when there's like OB lines and such, like it can be a fun course with a lot of distance and a lot of fun shots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Couple tap-ins left. How did this one play for hole average, Kristin?
I can tell you that actually, even with the weather, it averaged under par, 2.87 average. So there was 12 birdies on the day. No doubles, even with that OB. I guess because the OB there, it's close enough that you're going to make your comeback, hopefully. Yeah, so played just under par. The field did pretty good.
Little barbecue for the card there. This is a great putt by Noah to save the par from OB.
Yep.
Nice. I love when the putt in wind is just a dart at the basket.
Mm-hmm. Confident
and just get in there. Okay, sort of a signature hole.
Hole 6 is a par 3, 362 feet. No tee pads yet, but there are now in present day. The signature hole comes in from these 3 power poles that you're seeing in the fairway. So there's these 3 huge power poles, and then down from them are all the sort of like tension lines. So once you get, oh my goodness, it's all mode now, folks. But once you get out into the fairway here, there is danger everywhere from just nicking one of these wires or a big thunk right off one of the power poles. And then at the time in 2023, it was really rough, kind of made a tough time of finding your disc. But present day is being mowed regularly, and it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it's great. It feels like a fairway.
Yes. There's also danger off the tee. As you can see, there's a gap to hit. So you don't want to be early. You don't want to be late. You do have to hit that gap. Let's see if these guys do it.
This looks really good from Noah. You just got to navigate all the wires.
Which he does. Wow.
That's so great. Great camera work to pick up the disc in the air, too.
Yeah, that was awesome to see it come through the wires.
Travis Bouchard hates it.
Oh, you're calling him out. I just like to pretend that all of those wires and power poles are trees and that you're just in a nice forest and this is like, a nice wooded hole.
If it works, it works. And it's so funny to see how rough the fairway is now. In present day, it's just beautiful. So Jeremy put one up. If this gets stable, this could be really good.
Yeah, it's fading.
Yep, that'll play.
Yeah.
Very nice. Hector. I love the angle out of the hand. Hyzer out of the hand, to me, helps get around that corner. Yeah, great shot. That's fantastic. Right just outside the circle.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. I think this is one. I mean, I don't know the stats. Kristin, you're the stat keeper, but I would imagine a birdie on this hole is getting strokes on the field. That's going to be my guess. Like, I'm going to say there were 5 birdies in the MPO field today on this hole.
Well, I'll tell you after we see some of these efforts. Jeremy opting for the layup through the wires there. Bogdan hopefully going to give it a little run here.
I feel like he needs to make this to make my prediction.
Did not.
Uh-oh. My prediction might be high. I need one of these guys to make the birdie here to help
Long
me out. Help me out.
C2 look from Hector here.
Oh, yes. Let's go, Hector. That's such a great putt. I hope we run that one back because that was fantastic.
And 362 feet, I would say this hole plays longer than that because you have to get it kind of around so far.
Yeah, I agree. No, he was deep in the basket. Let's see what he does here.
Great putt.
Great putt. That was awesome.
From the straddle, behind the thorny bushes, that's a feel-good putt. And Tim, yeah, your guess was high. Hector and Noah, the only 2 birdies on the day.
Wow.
We just saw the only 2 birdies on the day. So this hole also played over par, which is funny. You just think like, oh, it's like a hyzer shot, whatever, but there's trouble to be had.
Yep, there's trouble to be had. And I think that's where there's the little intricacies of this course that kind of get in here. Like, yes, there are a lot of open hyzer shots, but A, execute your shot. And B, don't get into the little troubles that we can find. We've already seen with this lead card that there are troubles to be found in the first 6 holes.
Although I'm really happy for Hector birdieing this hole. Strokes on the field. He's come back strong from that double. Great job, Hector. And great job, BR. Thank you for sponsoring River City Cup and lots of disc golf in Edmonton and area. BR is out of Camrose. Okay, so scoreboard update. Noah's still hanging on to that lead. So it looks like the chasers have kind of cooled off a little bit. Brandon Redekop and Greg Gatsky were kind of coming up from the chase card, and now they've kind of just been holding. So we'll see what happens there. Another familiar name, Sean Heidebrecht is there. Willie Friesen making his way onto the leaderboard, as well as Lee Danderfer. So a few new names making their way into the top 10.
So we get hole 7 now. Oh, man. This is amazing. Okay, so we're playing to the short tee today. We put it in the short tee here because hole 2's basket infringes on the long pin placement. So we don't want to put players in danger, so we're going to play to this short basket that we're going to be flying to right here. Again, the green is sort of guarded on the right side, and it can get squirrely on the left. It is open, and again, we're chuckling again because present day, it's mowed, and it feels so beautiful. It is beautiful.
There's a fairway and then there's rough. Whereas right now in 2023, looking at it, it kind of all looks a little bit rough.
It's all rough.
It's no longer the case. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Again, this is making me very excited for the 27th River City Cup. You can see Greg in the background pushing the disc down with his air.
So Noah kind of pulled it a little bit, or maybe the wind just held it away from fading into the green.
Yeah.
And he's actually in the trees kind of long and right of the basket.
You can get up and down from there depending on how buried you are, but it can be jail sometimes. I like the angle out of that. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so we know the wind is a serious factor here because that looked beautifully online, and then the wind was like, thank you very much, I'll take it into the bushes here.
Did you see how much hyzer that thing had? It flipped like crazy. Let's see. They've got 2 wind reads.
It's tough too because the tee pad is sheltered and then the green is sheltered, but you have to cross this tunnel of open field.
That's right. So Bogdan makes a decent correction there. Again, he's not really I don't think he's too birdie contention there, but makes a good correction to keep it out of the bush. Let's see. Jeremy's had 3 wind reads. Let's see if he can apply it. It flips. And is it going to fight?
Yeah.
Trying to.
Yeah, he threw something stable.
Yep. Yeah, and it's you can see the trees in the background are bending. Again, exactly like what you said, Kristin. Like the wind kind of comes through that gap. It can come through the tunnel from hole 2. It kind of comes from everywhere.
Oh, the wind. Oh, no. Wow.
And as a player, you're thinking like, okay, I'm going to do the safe thing and just maybe get it up to the basket. And then something like that happens. It's tough.
Great recovery shot from Noah.
Yeah.
He wasn't too buried. He had the step out. But again, it can get squirrely in there. So I love that recovery. See if Hector does the same or gives it a little run.
Oh!
Oh, I thought maybe it'd go in.
That's a great effort. And look at this little nifty little effort off the front of the cage. Jeremy. That was, yeah.
Oh, he's happy with it. He's like, yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, a little flicky. I don't know. You kind of do that sometimes. You put the disc upside down, put your hand backwards.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, exactly.
Fun. Oh. Okay, so we're just going to clean up a bunch of pars, except I guess Bogdan's cleaning up the bogey.
For Bogdan, yeah. And I mean, that upshot, you just feel terrible for him because you can just see the wind grab it. And once it's caught, it ain't coming back. Tough conditions. Like we said off the top, this was a very difficult day to play disc golf. But these guys are managing. Credit to them.
Yeah, no, they're still doing great.
Yeah, the wind was howling this way. I'm like,
3 pars? What else do you want?
Yeah, 3 pars. I mean, again, it feels like that's a open. Is this Jeremy's replay?
Yeah.
Can't even see the guy. I wish he would have made
Oh,
that. And look, gives a little kiss to someone's disc there. Thumbs up. Yeah, we like that effort.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. All right.
Hole 8 looking rough as ever. Not anymore. It is mode. 402 feet, par 3. You heard that right. The blue tee pads, which these guys are playing from, play as a par 3. The red tee pad is shorter and plays as a par 4. So quite a different hole, I guess, whether you're playing the long blue tees or the short reds. It's a straight shot all the way across the field, and the only real danger comes near the end. So this gravel pathway plays as a river OB. You don't want to be long of the green because then you've got all this kind of cabbage to deal with, and it's a big downhill drop off to the river. There's also a big power pole. There's also a lot of stuff that can get in your way if you're trying to attack the green off the tee.
Speaking of, let's see if Noah attacks. He's got the power to do it. Like, he's definitely a plus 400 type player, but is he brave enough to do it? This looks really...
Great.
That feels conservative, but excellent.
Oh, yeah, that's a great shot. I think in these conditions with the wind across the field, that's a great shot.
Yeah, and again, I can't speak to how much more groomed it is at this time. Like, he hit fairway there, and it'll feel like fairway nowadays. As long as this doesn't get a little leaky. It's
inbounds, but in the trees. So he crossed the OB path that plays as a river on this hole, and then snuck back to the safe side in the trees. We're going to see on subsequent holes that the path plays OB and beyond, but this hole it plays as a river because the green is beyond the path.
That is a perfect shot by Jeremy.
Yep.
You cannot draw it up better than that, aside from crossing the path. And I mean, he's going to have an opportunity to birdie there.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing there were very few birdies on this day. We'll get there, but I'm going to guess very few birdies on this day. Bogdan throwing it out there. Just a nice open fairway shot. Hopefully it doesn't get buried by that bush.
That is the one trouble that can come into your way is that big bush shrub. That's kind of my landing spot when I play this hole is usually right in front of the shrub. So that's sort of like, it's just in my way.
A little upshot here.
Yeah, great approach.
Just get it up there. Get it to the green. Gonna have a clean look at it. Noah through the uprights.
Okay.
Yep, no issues.
Yep, we like that.
We like that over here. This is the problem. It's tricky if you were early and inbounds.
Yeah, you'd almost rather that just be all OB. Take your OB, get back in, because he's in trouble now.
Yeah, TD's taking notes right now. But he got out, I believe, or at least he's on the edge of it. Now, Jeremy has a real opportunity to take a stroke on, I'm guessing, the field. So
I'm thinking he's running this.
Oh, good effort. I like the height commitment. I love seeing when players get the height right, and it's tough in these conditions, as I've said 400 times.
Oh. I thought that was good. That was the par effort. I thought that was going to go.
That was, I mean, to be where he was on his first shot, that was close.
Great. Good par.
Really good par. Yeah. This is a tough par. This is no gimme of a par.
Yeah, and par feels good today in these conditions
Yes.
because there was actually 0 birdies
Zero
on
birdies.
the day.
Wow.
And again, that's because of the conditions. I would say these top players and the big arms can probably get there.
Yeah, they can get there.
in better conditions. But it's a huge shot. Our field typically plays from the red tees, and even from the red tees, like getting there, I can't do it.
Yeah, it's a big shot, and I mean, par, just take it. In these conditions, you're going to be happy with par. And honestly, I'm guessing there's some people that scored some pretty big numbers due to the hazard and due to the early release. So par, just take it. Walk away, enjoy it.
No triple bogeys, but there were double bogeys.
Yeah. Hole 9, so we're going to be going back the other direction now. That path on the right is out of bounds. It's 362 from the blue tees. There is no Mando, so if someone wanted to get really crazy and try a hyzer line, it's not there, but they can do it. Turnover shot will be very difficult in this wind, and if you have a forehand that can get there, I think that might be the right play, but then you have to watch out for the path that is immediately behind the basket.
Yeah, great breakdown. Can't say it any better myself.
How many forehands do you think we'll see here?
I don't know. Does Hector throw forehand? We haven't seen it yet.
Well, Noah's going to go for the backhand.
Maybe Jeremy. Does Jeremy throw forehand?
This looks, if it hyzers out, it's got a hyzer. It's
good. Yeah.
It's just outside the circle. That's going to be fine.
That's a great. He must have been a staple disc. Great shot.
Yeah, that will work. And we're going to
backhand.
see another backhand turnover.
I don't know that any of these guys are like power forehand players.
Jeremy looking at the wind like, come on, man. Yeah. He's like, are you serious right now?
It's hard. It's hard to attack this hole, and often, even in good conditions, this hole does have a headwind.
Yes.
It does make it a difficult attack.
Yeah. I think that's a terrific throw.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
gonna lie.
fine.
Yeah, I think that given the conditions, like a headwind, if you turn it over, you're not only OB, but you're in a terrible position. Lots of angle.
Does it come back? I can't even see it. I lost it.
it's-
Oh,
oh,
yeah, there it
it's-
is.
Yeah, if you... Yeah, he's okay there. He'll get up and down from there. There's a little tunnel. I think he'll be all right. So we had 4 backhands, not a single forehand. Maybe these guys just don't have that tool in the bag or don't want to go to it.
Well,
It's so
for
dicey.
the 362, like 360 forehand is.
Oh,
It's a great
that
shot.
was fantastic. Yeah, for 362, you're right. That is a big shot. That's a massive shot for anyone. You're bang on. Jeremy floating it up there.
Good bid.
Yep. No issue par. Let's see what Bogdan can do.
Ooh,
Yeah.
just a little offline.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not happy.
He's not happy.
What the heck?
Noah got a little bit of a straddle out, but it's there. He can do it. And does it. Oh,
C2
man.
straddled out around the tree.
In the wind.
Wow. Well earned.
I feel like sometimes it's almost easier to make those putts in a sense because there's so much you have to do that it restricts you to just doing it, as opposed to like...
Just do what I have to do.
Yes. As opposed to like a wide open... What 80s sitcom is this?
Love that. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you heard it here first. 2027 Worlds. Look out.
Look out. Oh, just a little miss there. It's too bad from such a great drive. Just make your comebacker, though. Yep, great putt. Really great putt.
So, yeah, just as these guys clean up, Noah, one of only 3 birdies on the day here. Lee Dandifer being another. I think he's got a power forehand. And Olivier Gauthier.
Ollie.
Ollie, also forehand. He has a power forehand,
Yeah,
right?
he can throw forehand. I don't know if he did, but he can. And
There's a chase card.
There's our chasers back there. You know, I was thinking about that Noah, the face to the camera back there. I think maybe he's been spending a lot of time with Greg Gatzke because that's such a Gatzke move. Cheesin' for the cam.
They've been on coverage together. This ain't their first time.
It's too bad that Hector wasn't able to convert this because look at this drive. The perfect flex and just like right by the cage.
Yeah.
That's too bad, but great drive nonetheless. And again, shout out to our sponsor, BR Disc Golf. Fantastic work by them. That's the front 9.
Oh my goodness, already. And look at the charge Willie Friesen is making. Wow, great job. Gatzke also holding strong from chase card there. Everyone's chasing down Noah, but Noah, with that birdie that we just saw, has now put himself in a 3-stroke lead heading into the back 9.
Yeah, we've got 4 people tied at -10 so far, and of course there's some players with through different amount of holes, but Sean also 4 down and Jace 3 down. So some of our feature card first day players making a big move on day 2.
Yeah, check out this beautiful shot of the pond at Hermitage too.
It's a beautiful park. Well, thank you so much. Like and subscribe, hit the bell notification, join the Patreon. Thank you so much to Park Pro for sharing coverage of this amazing event. Some great work by some great people, so thank you.
See you guys in the back 9.